Hello, grumpy old fart here. I'm enjoying doing these family game night stories, especially about old games that I played. And this is a funny one from years ago. It's an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons AD&D story called. I'm titling this "The Not So Great Escape." I was running a campaign years ago and had I want to say 6 players, 7 players, something like that. And there was a guy who wanted to join, and he was a friend of a friend kind of thing. And my friend said, "Oh yeah, he's okay." I said, "Okay, fine." And he claimed that he had a decade of Dungeons and Dragons under his belt. Said he knew how to play, everything was good. I said, "All right, great, no problem. We could use good, experienced players, no problem." So he came over and he created a third level barbarian to get in the game, which was about what the other players were. And we'll call this guy Sam. Now, Sam struck me as kind of odd, but not, likable enough. I figured, what the hell. So he got in and he was playing. The very first game session, they were in a town and they had just finished one particular job, for lack of a better word, and they'd gotten paid. So they were doing their between missions. They go and they buy stuff, they get armor repaired, buy new weapons if they need them, that kind of thing. Haggle for new magic items. The wizards go to the library and study and maybe purchase new spells if they have the ability or the money or whatever they do. Buy new horses, because I have a I have a penchant for killing awful critters, especially horses. At any rate, the group's doing this, and I had already had a new scenario lined up for them, but I had to give them some information first. And the way this happened was 2 of the players were mistaken for thieves and got thumped by the guards and arrested and thrown in the local jail. And of course, it wasn't going to stick, because the guy was going to come and, "Oh no, that's not them. These aren't the guys who did it." Okay, great. We'll let him go. Sorry about that. We'll let him go, kind of thing. I wasn't going to railroad him or nothing. But they were still at that point. They were sitting in the jail. And the idea was there was an individual who was in the jail, already in the jail cell, and he was set to give them some information to start them on this next scenario. Okay, that was the gist. That was my plan. Well, Sam insisted on visiting them at the guard shack, the guard post. So the constabulary. So he goes in, and he goes up and he's talking to him about just meaningless crap. And I had no idea why he visited. I really didn't. And so that they're behind the bars are there, and he's talking to them, and the guards are watching. There's like 4 of them sitting around a table. 2 of them got drinks, and one of them's playing with some dice, and the other guy is actually watching them. And so he talks with them for a little bit, and he leaves. And he walks outside, and then his character walks outside, and he's standing there, and Sam looked directly at me, and he said, "I have a 12% chance to bend bars." And I'm thinking, okay, what's that got to do with it? And I asked him, I said, "Are you going to go back in and try to break them out?" And he goes, yeah, I'll do that. And he run before I can say anything. He says, "I'm going to run in there and grab the bars." And his character's a big, strong barbarian, so he runs in there, and the guards are sitting there going, and they pick up their club and go over there, bap, 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 and they knock him down, and they open the jail cell, throw him in, and slam the door shut. And the rest of the group shows up later after he's woke up, and they're like, "Well, he's not quite playing with a full deck. You gotta, we'll keep him out of trouble if you let him go." And the guards are like, "Okay, no problem." So they open the door, they let him out, and the group takes him out. Well, immediately he tries to go in and do it again. He runs in there, and of course the guards over there thump him, and they throw him back in the jail cell. And the guys in there say, "No, he's not right up here. You gotta give him some leeway." He's there. The guards are like, at this point, they're like, "Well, we tried and he came back. What are we supposed to do?" I said, if you let him out, they'll take him out of town so he won't come back. Okay, so they let him out, and the group comes back and they get him and they take him out. Well, they're heading out of town, and this guy breaks away and runs back in there, and he's trying to bend bars again. At this point, the guards went over there with their real weapons, not just clubs, and they killed him. They hacked him to death and killed him right there. The guards, as they're killing him, the guy came in to tell them that, oh, no, this isn't them. You can let them out. They're not the thieves. So while the guys were coming out of the jail cell, they actually carried his dead body out. And he said, "Are you going to have them resurrect me?" And the group's like, "No, because we tried to help you 3 times and you just screwed up again." Some people you just can't. I mean, there are people in this game that are really good, solid players, and they think about what they're going to do. And then there are people like Sam who they just don't think. They don't. Either that or Sam just didn't want to play because he got mad that his character died. And he left, and we never had to deal with him again. So, either way, problem solved. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.